Go to extra. In the 11th, Garrett Anderson 90 feet away. Tom Gordon on in his second inning of relief. Matt Walbeck gets enough of it. The outfield had to play in to cut off a potential sacrifice fly, and the Angels win it.
We go to extra innings. Bottom of the 10th, 2-on-1 out, tied at 3. Cecil Fielder grounds to Mike Blowers. And a day after hitting the cycle, he bounces one in the dirt, and his E5 gives Darren Erstad home plate. Castilla's spot at third, and with the winning run on third, just what Perez needs, Jerry DePoto to put one in the dirt. The wild pitch scores Jim Edmonds, and the Angels win a wacky one, and they will take it.
Salmon walked by Jim Brusky, bringing in Bogman. Angels take it 6-5 on the bases-loaded walk.
That's bottom of the ninth, tied at 2, but no longer. Yamil Benitez. First pitch from Bobby Ayala. Holy smoke. Diamondbacks win it 3-2.
11, 2-on-2 out for Danny Clausen facing Mike Magnanti. Clausen, rips the 0-2 fastball to center just behind the diving Carl Everett. Ball game. Clausen, a .333 hitter, wins it. Arizona wins 9-8 in 11 innings.
Bases are loaded, no outs. Matt Williams hits it to Vigna, and he can't get the runner. Then throws wide at home. 2 runs coming to score, and Arizona wins the game by the final score of 4-3. Batista went 2 for 3.
By the magic of videotape editing now, we take it to the bottom of the 11th. Runners on second and third. We're tied at 6. Travis Lee coming through off Jose Mesa, bringing home Andy Fox. Lee 1 for 6, but the one was big as it won the ball game for the Diamondbacks.
Game tied. Yamil Benitez pinch hitting with 2-1 against Randy Myers. Bye-bye. Into the desert night. Way out and left. 9th home run of the season as the Diamondbacks win.
And another blunder. This from catcher Mike Matheny. Throws it down the left field line with Gerald Williams on third, who comes in to score, and the Braves win 2-1.
They come back to tie the Diamondbacks. We go to the 9th. 5-all. 2 aboard. Javi Lopez, who had earlier homered this game, bounces one off the warning track. Chipper Jones comes around to score the winning run in the Braves' last at bat, winning at 6-5.
Bottom 9, Nanon. He caved the first 2 he faced. Oh, he got beat with the second best pitch. Yeah, he's a fastball guy.
He is a fastball guy. When you throw 98, it's hard to throw sliders to left-handed hitters. That's a pitch down and in especially, they'll hammer.
Infielder Jose Hernandez, the 5th infielder. Mark Gray says, all right, go over here. But Michael Tucker made the catch, ruins the strategy. Former Brave Jeff see-through Blauser can't get it. Batista scores. 6s are wild, and then Gerald Williams pinch running. Washington is still in. That's what happens. Williams scores. O'Leary's throw is too high. And that is a total meltdown of uncharacteristic proportions for the Red Sox. They had saved 21 of 26.
Drysdale had a consecutive streak going.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Walt Weiss to Bernard Gilkey. Makes the catch. Here comes Michael Tucker. Developing situation at the plate. Out or safe. The call is safe. And the Mets didn't like it. That's a winning run. Mets thought he should have been called out. There was pushing and shoving and a lot more after the call was made. And this was incredibly close, Dave. It could have gone either way.
Well, yeah, you can make a case that maybe his foot got in, but 99% of the time the umpire is going to call him out. My only question was, did Piazza hold on to the ball? But Angel Hernandez called him safe immediately. Every replay we saw shows that Piazza did not bobble the ball, but Hernandez called it right away, and Bobby Valentine and everybody, obviously, is not happy about this deal.
Serious stuff here, but the ball game is over.
That's
Larry Wayne Jones. They call him Chipper, ball game. Stroking one into the left field corner. Walt Weiss, who was on second, came around to score, and the Braves win it by a count of 2-1. They won. Next batter, your hero, Jeffrey Hammonds, through the hole. Gordon, Carter. The 4-run ninth. Mike McFarland and the Royals lose 4-3. Bottom 10, Bobby Ayala out in relief. Real old, real fast.
The Mariners have now given up 38 runs in the 9th and 10th innings this year, most in baseball. By comparison, the Yankees have given up 11 runs.
You know, they're trying to get one more out, just as you heard there, bottom of the 15th. Down to their final out, Mel Queen says, give Bill Risley one more chance. Rafael Palmeiro says, I'll give you a chance. Let's all go home winners. It's a 3-run Johnson. Risley not happy because they're going home. Oh! Come on, Billy, if you'd thrown the pitch that.
Looking for the game-winning home run. And he got it. Takes Mike Fetters deep and gone. 31st homer of the year. And what a second half the O's are having. 9th straight win at Camden Yards. Woo!
In seconds. And Webster drills Mike Fetters' pitch to left. And in a tie game in the bottom of the ninth, you know he got out of town and he meant it. Webster 4 for 5 on the night. In fact, he knocked in 6 of the 9 Oriole runs.
Steve Sparks can't believe that Percival has cost him a win. Then Eric Davis hits a shot at the back. Jim Edmonds going to throw home, try and get Brady Anderson. The throw is a little up the line. Anderson collides with Phil Nevin and knocks it loose. Anderson safe. And the Orioles with a rare 9th inning rout.
7-5 Mariners, bases loaded. Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn has no boundaries. His 7th career grand slam. Red Sox 7 runs off the M's bullpen in the 9th. The bullpen didn't get anyone out. They completely collapsed. Red Sox 7 in the 9th to win it. Boston ending a 3-game skid.
There's nobody left to go pitch.
First and second, Jefferson, the pinch hitter, moving on up, face it up the middle. O'Leary around third. Safe. The food tipped in the Mariners locker room. The Red Sox have a 3-game sweep. They win it 8-7.
Struck out twice in the game. They walked Mo to get to Troy O'Leary. Troy getting jiggy with it. Big Willie styles. He said the philosophy of teams is they don't want Mo, the main guy, to beat him, so they pick on me. O'Leary 10 for 20 hitting.
A ground ball or a line drive to the infield. Bragg kind of does both, but it goes through. Avery scores. The Red Sox come from behind again. 5th time this season in 7 games at Fenway. Bottom 11, 2 down. First and second, Mo. 2 words, sign him now. Red Sox win in the bottom of the 11th, 6-5. Their 6th win last at bat. They win 9 of 10 on the homestand. Now they hit the road for 5 straight. The last 3 of those are in Cleveland. Understatement of the...
1 second for O'Leary to knock him in as the game winner. Troy goes down the right field line. In comes Nomar, and the Red Sox win 3-2 in 10 innings.
Throw by Stewart. Bottom 10, pinch hitter Jason Varitek hitting just .232, but 4 of 11 as a pinch hitter. Bigs up on Randy Myers. Varitek later said, I was jammed on the pitch, but you have to go up there and battle. A blown save and loss for Myers. Red Sox geek.
Bottom 10, tied at 4, 2 on for Nomar against Jeff Montgomery. Get out of town, and he means it. A 3-run homer, 2nd of the game. It's game winning, and Boston wins their 7th straight on. Not Bobby, but it's Lou Pinella's choice. With Nomar Garciaparra up the very next pitch, I'd say that was a mistake. Get out of town 4 times, and he means it. A grand slam. First career granny for Garciaparra.
In the 9th, we go to extras. Bottom 11, side at 3. Man on first. Sosa so deep here. Don Mabry can't catch up to it. Grace runs through the stop sign at 3rd. He's got no idea where the ball is. McGuire had no idea where Grace was, and he cut it off. McGuire was just so fed up. He decided that he wanted to touch the ball.
Bottom of the 14th.
The 2-0.
Mark Grace.
Swung on, belted down the right.
There, but for the grace of Mark goes the game. Cubs win in 14. The Cubs are 13-6.
We're still tied at 3. Jason Hartke represents the winning run at 2nd, and Brant Brown comes through as he takes John Rocker deep to left center and gone. Brown was 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. That's a 2-run shot, his 4th of the year.
3 batters later, Jason Hartke with the bases loaded to the gap, and Cubs win. The final score here, 2-1. Mark Clark at 12. Brant Brown against Tony Castillo. 4 words. Been there, done that. Home run to end it for Brant Brown, his 6th of the year. Cubbies win it by a final score of 6-5. Not seen in this game. Ray Durham went 0 for 6.
Abnen trying to lock it down. Now facing Jose Hernandez. Hernandez goes for a pitch out of the zone, picks it off the plate, and dinks it into the right field corner. Grace scores easily. The Cubs win in their last at bat, pulling it out 6-5, the 4th blown save of the year. After Sosa in the earlier inning, the game is now tied at 12. 2-1 out, winning run now at 3rd, and it's Orlando Merced, the new Cub, who takes Wickman into the seats for a grand slam on a 1-0 pitch. And Sosa and his teammates rejoice on their latest teammates becoming the hero on a day which was designated for home runs.
Grace up.
2 up, 2 down.
Gone.
Grace sends a drive. Deep right.
Game-winning home run. Grace's 16th home run of the year. Sammy's pumped. Grace and Sosa, the Cub heroes for the day. Grace's homer made a winner out of Rod Beck.
Same score, 11th. Ventura, not a replay, different at bat. It's a homer, it's gone. He has successfully reached the target 18 to 39-year-old audience. 10-8 White Sox.
Next batter, Greg Norton with runners at first and second. Singles to center. Albert Bell comes in for the game winner. Aguilera allows 4 straight singles as he blows the save. White Sox win 8-7.
Here, tied at 5, first and second, the big hurt. And you know what? Aguilera knew it when he threw it. Sox win 8-5. Thomas's 15th of the year. Mentioned Cordero because he also came up with a hit early in the game that got the White Sox going. Thomas goes 3 for 5.
All tied at 3 for Robin Ventura, and there it goes off of Paul Shuey. Wins the game. You can't put it on the board. 12th of the year for Ventura as Chicago wins it by the final count of 4-3.
Homer's 2nd of the year. Angels up 2-1. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 3. Mike Cameron deep to left, and that is a goner. Number 6 on the year for Cameron. The Sox enthused.
Eddie Taubensee, bottom 9. Guest slider, got it. It was tied up at 1, and he took Darren Winston right out of the yard. Second job of the year for Taubensee as the Reds go on to win it by a count of 3-1. Taubensee getting it.
Eddie Taubensee. Eddie Taubensee reached out and just blooped it in there. Lenny Harris scores. The Reds win it by the final of 8-7.
Happy McGuire 0 for 2 with 3 walks. Bottom 9, bases loaded, tied at 4. Brett Boone grounds one up the middle, and that would score Barry Larkin. Reds win 5-4, and they have won 8 of their last 9.
Tied at 5. Bottom 10 now, 2 outs, 2 men on for Jim Thome.
The pitch. Swung on, line deep to left field, away back, and it is gone! Jim Thome with a game-winning 3-run homer.
Bottom of the 9th inning. It's 8-6 Tampa Bay. Bases loaded for Sandy Alomar Jr. against Roberto Hernandez. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Does it have enough juice? Wasn't a bad pitch. Looked like it was a one-handed swing. It hits the yellow line. Home run. Grand slam. The Indians win it 10-8.
It's still tied at 5, still bases loaded, and Omar Vizquel with the clutch 2-out base hit to wrap it up. Jim Thome scores 6-5 as your final.
Brian Giles leading off the 14th and a 1 for 26 slump. Not anymore, as that is gone deep to center field. His 9th of the year, and that gives the Tribe the win.
Is up. Sean Dunston at 3rd. He's a winning run, bases loaded, no one out, and Justice grounds a single into right field. Dunston scores. Indians win at 6-5. Kenny Lofton was the hero of the day, sort of, despite striking out in his previous 3.
Bottom 11, Fryman against Bachler. Fried eggs. To left center, number 21 for the third baseman, who has totally turned his season around. And the Tribe wins 2-1. Fryman also came up with several very good defensive plays.
It's tied at 6, 9th inning. Mark Whitten taking Omar Olivares, left center, into the vacancy. Justice coming around to score, and the Indians win it by a count of 7-6.
Bottom of the 9th. Man at third base. 2 outs. Dante dumps it over the fence for the game winner.
To shoot down David DeLucci. Rocky's still down by just 1, and that's important because I mentioned that Castilla could hit home runs, and he does, off of Greg Olson, his 22nd of the year, and with that, the Diamondbacks are wiped to full screen. A dramatic 3-2 win for the Rockies.
Part of a no-hitter. Bottom 10, runners on first and third for Bichette. 2 outs. Bichette has the cycle, the first ever cycle in Rockies history, the 2nd this year in the major leagues.
Him trying to get out of the slump, did so. Vacancy. Carl Everett's after it, can't get there. And Castilla's rolling around. He'll score. Rockies win it 6-5. Took him 12 innings. Abbott's first hit as a Rocky. he will get his name in the paper. Abbott wasn't.
In the score panel.
No. Runner on first, 2 out. Jeff Reed hits it to left center off Jeff McCurry. It's cut off by Steve Beezer. Todd Helton tries to score from first. Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. It is not in time, and the Rockies win 8-7 in 13 innings.
127 for Kent. Bottom of the ninth, still 8-8. Rob Nen on to pitch for the Giants. Nathy Perez. This is just moments after the Cubs had lost. Yes, Nathy Perez hits the home run in the bottom of the ninth. The Rockies win it 9-8.
Tied at 6. We go to extras. Bottom 11. Bases loaded for rookie Gabe Alvarez. Straight butter. Alvarez hitting .429 with 2 homers and 5 RBI after just 3 career games. Said Gabe, who was mobbed.
In facing Damian Easley, who has just left the building. Game-winning 3-run homer. Person's first blown save. 24th on the year for Easley, and he's going to get hugged.
His second home run of the night, and the Blue Jays fall 5 games back.
Noah Jackson's bottom of the 11th, bases loaded. Edgar Renteria. Gee, I seem to remember him doing this before. The hero part, scoring Greg Zahn. And the Marlins 6-5 in 11, only about 5,000 fans.
Disallowed. Himhalian standing by his ruling. So in the bottom of the 17th, Todd Zeal. Lines 1 to left. Here comes Todd Dunwoody, and the Todds get it done for the Marlins. 4-3 the final in 17 innings.
Potential winning run on second. Edgar Renteria pinch hitting. Gets it done. Jose Canseco, his throw to the plate. Not in time, and the Marlins win by a final score of 5-4.
Back. Manti doing his Olav Kolzig routine. Bottom 9. Base hit as Carlos Baerga can't pick up the grounder by Todd Dunwoody. Craig Counsell scored. They ruled that a hit by them.
Bottom of the ninth, still tied at 4. Edgar Renteria, your winning run on third with 2 outs, and Todd Zeal wins it. Takes John Hudak into center field. Marlins come from behind. 5-4.
The one-time member of the Expos organization, Zeal to third. The Expos get the out at first. Brad Fulmer's going to throw to third to get Renteria. You can't do that. Shane Andrews dove, but to no avail. Here comes Renteria. 8-7 Marlins win, and listen to the noise that the two people make.
2 out. Sean Berry takes the pitch and rides it out. His 3rd home run of the year. The Astros put it out with 2 outs in the ninth. Berry mobbed the hero's welcome.
And Berry's getting his swerve on. Flies to left center. The ball will drop, and Tim Bogar scores. Berry 2 for 4 in the game. Another blown save for John Franco. Astros get the win, 4-3.
2 in the bottom of the ninth. Kerry Lightenberg facing Craig Biggio. Goodbye. 5th of the year. At your game winner. Biggio was 2 for 5. As the Astros break the Braves' 7-game winning streak, and Biggio gets congratulated.
3-2. Bottom 12, Nen to Derek Bell, who has been outstanding all season for the Astros. There's your base hit. There's your game.
14th, tied at 9. Bottom of 9, runners in the corners. Bogar, the liner base hit. Carl Everett coming in, and the Astros win it 10-9.
Batters later, Mark Leiter facing Richard Hidalgo. Bases bloated, nowhere to put him. And he hit him in the thigh. That's how this one would end. The hit by pitch brings in the game winner.
Bottom 10, Richard Hidalgo in third. Pinch hitter Tony Eusebio made up the 20th Astro win in their last at bat. Hidalgo scores. Eusebio mobbed. He said Gutierrez and Biggio were hitting me on the head. It was almost like a fight.
4-4. Terry Mulholland with 2 outs and the man on third. He gets the comebacker, but throws it away. Derek Bell knocks in Tim Bogar in the bottom of the 11th.
Bottom of the 12th now, it's Derek Bell up close and personal. And Derek Bell, the solo shot to end the ball game, number 21 for him. And that is it. The Stros take it 6-5, and the replay confirms what we already suspected. That was the game-winning homer, and afterwards Bell says, oh my God.
Game tied at 3. Carl Everett on third after a triple. The former Met. Richard Hidalgo hits the fly ball to center. Lance Johnson will make the catch, but Everett, who got the third when Sammy Sosa hesitated a bit on the triple, scores the winning run. Astros win 4-3. Cubs would have to wait for the result of the Giants game to decide their fate.
Watch Spires now. Reach out. and single to right. Gutierrez scores. Ball game for Houston. Leyritz nearly the hero. Instead, it Spires and the Astros. Houston wins 5-4.
Scores were tied at 3. We'll play some more. Bottom 10, Johnny Damon with 2 on. If this is fair, this is over, and it drops safely. Jeff Conine scores. The Royals win it 4-3 in 10.
Oh, Mondesi, a runner's on against Billy Wagner. I am king of the diamond. Let there be an abundant post-game feast.
Zeal getting another chance to be the hero. Ball game. Base knock. They're not gonna get him. Young scores. Dodgers win it 4-3 in 12. And Bill Russell, hug me.
The drive to left. Melvin Nieves moving over. Off his glove. Eric Young scores the go-ahead run. Ruled a hit. Bobby Bowe 3 for 5 in the game. Dodgers win it. Pulling it out, 4-3.
Bottom 9, Charles Johnson, your hero after Jim Eisenreich, another one of the Dodgers' recent acquisitions from the Marlins, had led off and then stole second. He comes around and scores, and the Dodgers win by a final score of 3-2.
Matt Luke on third. Trinidad Hubbard just activated from the DL on Tuesday. Hubbard wins the game with the line drive single to left. Luke, the former Yankee farmhand, comes in to score. Dodgers win it 6-5 in 11 innings. They're Adrian Beltre at the plate facing Rob Nin. Nin uncorks his second wild pitch of the year. Mondesi comes in, ball game. Dodgers win it 2-1.
Dodgers rallying, and then with the bases loaded, Eric Young. Another flare to right. Adrian Beltre scores, and the Dodgers come back to win this one 2-1. The finals.
That one he drills to right field. Back for it, at the wall, looking.
The end of a long day for Mr. Thorne, who was in San Francisco earlier in the day calling the Mets-Giants game.
Jeremy Burnett makes them worth watching. The team that plays harder than anybody.
And how about Grissom? In the bottom of the 12th, they were loaded. He brings in the run. The Brewers win it 3-2.
Bottom of the 9th, 6-all. 2 aboard for Jeremy Burnett against Jim Poole. Look at him turn on. He's got one of the tightest, quickest swings, and it's deep into that open area in right field. Burnett has 9 home runs now. Remember, he got up to that hot start.
He would have a better chance of it. He singles to right center. This brings in 2 runs, and the Brewers go on and win. Tough game against the Pirates, who absolutely have done nothing right recently. They win by a final score of 3-2. Men on first and second. Ricardo Rincon is pitching. Sweet Mark Loretta goes down and takes one off his shoe tops. Fernando Vina comes in. Game, set, match. The Brewers win 3-2 in 10 innings. The 11th, 3-3, Jeff Jenkins. Rough night until this. Floyd, there's no tarp back there, so he can't make the catch. If there were a tarp, he would have climbed on it, though, and wheeled it in. Instead, the Brewers win.
Still tied at 3. Telford facing Burnett. Burnett says, you know what, it's late enough. Let's go home. Right field seats, second home run of the game, 24th of the season. He celebrates. Brewers win 4-3. Expos now have lost 9 of their last 10.
5, bottom of the 10th. Jeff Jenkins on third again. 1 out. Phil Garner says, just get a hit this time, please. And Vina obliges.
That'll win it.
Deep enough. Almost out of the park. Brewers win 6-5. Watching Rod Beck focus, looking for out number 3, and it's Jenkins, who misplayed one and left earlier. Fly ball to Brant Brown, who came in the 8th inning as a defensive replacement, and he drops it. With 2 outs, the runners were in motion, and everybody's coming on home. The Brewers win 8-7. The bases are cleared. Says no. Danny Hawkins scores. Twins win 2-1.
At 7, and Todd Walker with the base hit off Billy Seamus. Lawton chugging around, and here comes the throw, and Twins win. Twins win. They've won 4 of their last 5.
Dennis Eckersley pitching, and look at Molly. With the bunt, Eckersley goes for it, throws it into right field. John Valentin just behind him, just perhaps making contact as Eckersley threw it.
We're tied at 4, bases juiced, a 3-2 count for Doug Mitkevich. And by doing absolutely nothing, he gets an RBI. Paul Shuey walks him. Otis Nixon crosses home for the winning run. And the Indians go down 5-4 their 5th consecutive loss.
Like he had him, but it's safe. Everybody's all right. Next batter, Vlade Guerrero. Deep to center field, Brant Brown. He hit that so hard it was knuckling. The Expos win 5-4 in 10 innings. Here they come.
White. Down the left field line. F.P. Santangelo coming to score. Bueno. Expos win it 3-2. The Cards' 4-game win streak all done with. You saw McGuire just miss.
Russ Springer. Ryan McGuire's up. He came in as a defensive replacement, and guess what? Offensively, he contributes the game winner as White scores, and McGuire said, you know, for the force. Next batter, Belinda. It's the full count in a 2-2 game, and oh, you gotta throw the ball over the plate. It's all over. Stan, it's over. Billing had retired 20 in a row at one point. Then Widger. The base hit to left scores Guerrero, and Montreal goes on and wins 3-2.
Bottom 9, bases loaded, 2 out, winning run on third. Brad Fulmer facing Rojas. Fulmer slaps one to center. McCray can't get it. Shane Andrews scores. Expos win it in a thriller.
At 4, bottom 10, Chris Widger. It's your world, Chris. The rest of us just paying rent. Widger, I haven't been swinging so good, so I hit the ball hard, and I'm happy. F.P. Santangelo scores. To Widger up again. Play the saxophone over and over, and sooner or later it's going to bring the noise. Said Widger, doesn't matter if you're 40 back or 40 in front, you got to play. Game-winning shot, number 15. He hit it off John Rocker, second time in 3 nights. Best position player, bringing the noise with the game-winning base hit. The Mets now 24-13 on opening day, the best record in the bigs. They win it in 14 innings in dramatic form.
2 count on Ordonez, a ground ball to short. Kevin Polkovich fields it cleanly. The throw is not clean. Ordonez is safe. Carlos Baerga scores the game-winning run, and that's it.
Extra innings. They're loading the bottom of the 13th, and Rich Becker. Everybody was drawn in. Mets come back and win 7-6 in 13. Ray, this team just seems to be in every game.
First and second, Doug Henry on the mound. Pinch hitter Jim Tatum. Big tall brother 6'2" want to hit you. What you want to do? What you want to do? His first homer since May 4th, 1993. Said Tatum, I can always hit. I know what's going on.
Armando Benitez facing Carlos Baerga. Didn't get a lot of it, but got enough of it, and it falls in. Little looper. New York's 10th win in their last at-bat.
Tied at 1 apiece. 9th inning, tied at 1. Luis Lopez pinch hitting the fly over Ramiro Mendoza. O'Neill makes the catch, throws it in. Baerga scores. O'Neill throws back into the infield. Looks like they doubled him up, but the umps confer.
10 chances as a Dodger. Tied at 1. Todd Hundley on first. Meantime, and there were 2 outs. Edgardo Alfonso doubles this one into the gap. Hundley running hard, coming around. Mets win, Mets win, Mets take a thriller.
2 outs, 3-2 count, bases loaded. Jose Mesa to Lenny Harris. Harris later said he was the one in trouble, not me. Jose walks in the winning run. Mets win it 7-6. Dude, you need to check yourself, man.
Edgardo Alfonso consulting a higher authority after an intentional walk to Lenny Harris. Luis Lopez on a 3-1 count, ball 4. The second time this series, Mesa walks in the winning run. Mets win a wild one, 9-8.
Years later, it is Tino Martinez coming up, and Tino Martinez coming through. Ripping the base hit down the right field line, brings home Knobloch with the game winner as Tino and the Yanks celebrate, pulling it out 9-8 in 10.
First, there are 2 down. Chad Curtis to left off Kirchner. Bell gives chase, fields cleanly, and fires in. Raines isn't stopping. Chad Kreuter. Oh, my word. Chad Kreuter.
That's called a Felix Martinez, as we'll see later in the Kansas City highlights, as it goes through his legs.
And that's the way it's been going for both these teams. And Rock Raines for 5, 4 RBIs on that. We're going to go to extras. Bottom 11 still tied at 8. Bases juiced, nobody out. Ricky Leday. And with that, the Phillies would be wiped to full screen as Leday congratulated at first base. 9-8. The Yankees come from behind to win it. And there did Curtis. Ray Miller discussing strategy. Scott Brosius says, I got your strategy right there, pal. Drops in the game winner. And for the second straight night, the Yankees win in their final at bat. This time, 3-2. Boy, the Yankees.
It'll be an 0-1 to Bernie.
Swung on, and there it goes to deep right. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Upper deck. Ball game over. Bernie goes boom.
Babe did it a few times. It seems appropriate that on the day they celebrate the 50th anniversary of his passing, it is a walk-off home run that wins it.
Ninth now, the game had been tied up 6-6 when Anaheim got a run to tie it in the ninth. And Jorge Posada was on third when Derek Jeter knocks him in, and the Yankee losing streak is over. Joe Torre's job is safe. I don't know what they're going to talk about on the talk shows in New York tomorrow.
Bottom of the 11th, Bernie Williams facing Mike Fetters with Derek Jeter on second. Oh, Bernie is due. He is due. 0 for 12 slump is over. Jim Edmonds almost got it, but did not. Jeter scores the game winner, and the Yankees win 6-5.
First and second. Kurt Abbott 0 for 4 so far in the game. Ball game. Base hit to left of Hector Carrasco scores Mike Blowers. Abbott's first RBI of the year. A's win 5-4. The Twins now.
Unusual, and we're tied at 1. Bottom of the 11th. A's have the bases loaded. Blowers, the hero again, goes out to the outfield. That scores Spezio. A's win 2-1.
Not thrilled. We go to extra innings. Mike Blowers to Russ Davis. Boot sits, and Scott Spezio scores the game winner. Art Howe, he's ecstatic.
10th, Matt Stairs looking for the game-winning homer, and he got it. Off of Steve Carsey. Stairs' 18th home run of the season, and the A's go on to win 6-5.
Tying run in to make it 8-8. Just minutes ago, Doug Glanville drives in the game winner. What a way to start the season in Philly.
Young winner through 8 scoreless innings. Bottom 9 after they had yanked Maddox. Mike Cather in there pitching to Mike Lieberthal. The single to center. Greg Jeffries coming around, and he is in there. Schilling feeling good.
6 in the bottom of the 10th. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Chuck McElroy gives up the game winner to Bobby Abreu. McElroy had loaded the bases on walks himself. Mike Lieberthal could walk home with the game-winning run. Abreu's 4th hit of the game.
2 outs. Mike Lieberthal, your pinch hitter. Wow! 3-run home run. The drama for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Presenting off Bob Wickman. Smacks this one opposite field in the left field. Kevin Sefcik scores. Rutherford had 4 RBI on the day. That was also a career high.
Fonseca, and we have a little bit of revenge. Not where he went the first time he faced him. Rolling a 2-run home run to left. His 19th of the season, and the Phillies' magical carpet ride continues. 6-4, they win this one.
They bring up Bronya. Fly ball to left. Cliff Floyd's got a pretty good arm. Glanville can move at third. Here's the throw home. Safe. The Phillies down 7-0. Go on to beat the Florida Marlins.
Game stayed close to the 10th. Jay Powell, Jose Guillen, strong like bull, deep to center field, and it ain't landing until it's over the fence. And the Pirates win 7-6 in 10. Spurred trouble for Uget Urbina, pitching in his 3rd straight game, 3rd straight night, loaded with 1 out. And how about Jason Kendall?
Hitting .349 now.
How about Vladimir Guerrero? He's got a cannon. We saw it oh, boy. Little too much gunpowder. Al Martin awarded home, and that's the winning run. The Pirates 3 in the bottom of the 9th. They did that a lot last year. Haven't done it very often this season. Guerrero.
Bases are loaded. Jason Kendall tries one to deep left. And run's going to score from third. Pirates now have won 7 in a row as they beat Minnesota by the final score of 4-3.
Bottom 10, wins on third. Vaughn. Is it enough? I'd say so. Gwynn at third would tag, and Steins wouldn't even muster a throw. The Padres win it by a final score of 3-2.
Steve Finley up at the plate. 2 outs, bases loaded, and oh my! Oh no, says Andy Bettis, and oh, out! Grand slam home run, game-winning grand slam home run. Rodriguez consoled by Bennis after the loss. Steve Finley putting this one into the gap in left center field with a man on, and that is going to score the winning run. Padres take it in 16 innings. 4-3 is your final score. Finley getting it done.
Greg Myers now comes up with the bases loaded and nobody out, and Myers serves one to left over the drawn-in outfield, and Chris Gomez will trot home with your game-winning run as the Pods win their 4th straight. They rally in the 9th to beat the Phillies.
One more time. Veras, base hit. Brian Jordan on his horse, can't quite get there, takes it out on the baseball as the winning run scores. Hernandez and the Padres celebrate a 3-2 victory.
Vaughn's over at first. Dennis Reyes. It's Wally Joyner. Loops it. Center field. Roger Cedeno now in at center. And he misses that thing entirely. Vaughn, who was breaking on the pitch, will score easily. He's coming around to end this thing, as seen on ESPN. Single for Joyner. Two-base error. The Padres win it by a count of 3-2 in 12 innings.
2 on, bottom of the 10th. Mike Magnanti to Andy Sheets.
Around third base, this could be the winning.
Ruben Rivera coming home. The Padres fans, as Peter suggested, out 3 Sheets to the win. The Pods have won 2 of 3 from the Stros.
Though Ashby doesn't get the win. Bottom 13th now, still tied at 3. Carlos Hernandez with runners on first and second and 1 out. His 8th home run of the year, only hit of the game, but it was quite a big one as the Padres win it 6-3. Junior 2 for 4 in the game. Bases loaded now for Edgar Martinez. Base hit to left. Joey Cora scores the game winner. Martinez 2 for 6 as the M's win it.
Great play all around. Sanchez delivers with a single. Snow comes around. Will he score? Eusebio is there. Safe. Great slide by Snow. Eusebio said afterwards the call was correct.
Bill Miller, he walks. Diaz scores the winning run. The Giants win it 2-1.
Talking Bill Miller and Barry Bonds, best loaded for Jeff Kent. Kent, high chopper on the first pitch. Lou Collier cannot get it. Kent's only hit in 5 at-bats.
Let's play some more baseball. We're tied. Bottom 10, Sean Estes pinch running. Darrell Hamilton, the liner. Time Goodwin, no. Can't come down with it. Estes coming around. The pitcher going to score the winning run. And the Giants ring the bell in the 10th. Hamilton
immense all season. Rob then pitched 8 and 9. And on the second pitch of the 10th inning off Stan Belinda, Jeff Kent, who had the big game on Friday night, including the grand slam.
The bottom of the 10th win. JT Snow gets sawed off. Pops it up against Matt Monte. Miller's going to tag. Floyd circling under in that candlestick-like wind. And Miller scores standing up.
Tied at 5, first and second. McGuire, ding dong. Whew, 1 home run every game will give you 162, and the Cards win it 8-5.
His 3rd homer this season. We're tied at 5 going into extras with that score. Delano DeShields, base hit off of Doug Jones. David Howard plates the winning run, and the Cardinals do win this game.
So tight here. He should be back 4 or 5 steps. What happens? The ball just ekes by him. Run scores. But again, always an outstanding RBI.
Wire. Watch this. Oh, my heavens, did he get a hold of that one. A 2-run shot in the bottom of the 11th on an 0-2 pitch wins the game. McGuire, 2 for his last 21.
Avery at the plate. Already with 1 hit on the night, went the other way on a tough pitch from Scott Radinsky. And McGuire is going to test the arm of Trinidad Hubbard, and he lived to tell about it. Look at it again. Glenn Hoffman came out to argue, but McGuire clearly beats the tag. Not the throw, but the tag.
Try to play the hero and sneak one through, and somehow he finds the hole. Morandini comes around. Past Morandini, excuse me. Pat Kelly comes around. Tony La Russa is pumped. Sosa and the Cubbies lose a heartbreaker, 9-8.
Bottom of the 14th, McGuire was walked. He's on first. Brian Jordan on second. Franco to Ray Langford, shot up the gut. Base hit. Here comes McCray. Going to have a play at the plate, but great speed with Jordan, who scores the winning run. The Cardinals finally beat the Mets, avoid a sweep of New York in St. Louis.
Men on base, but in the 12th, McGuire on deck. Man on second for Ray Langford. Langford. Base hit Ray Langford. That's going to score a run. Delano DeShields coming in. Cards take this in 12. It was wild.
Ron Gant up there.
The 3-2 pitch.
And Gant
Ron Gant in the
just barely pokes one into left field. Eli Marrero comes home, and the Cardinals pull out the 5-4 win.
Leading off against Mike Trombley and Smith. Wow. Drills it. His first Major League home run just happens to win a game. He finished with 4 hits. You know, 13 players in this game had at least 2 hits. Esteban Yan closed the game with 5 perfect innings.
Play. Bottom of the 14th, Indians up 5-4, and Kevin Stocker hits a 2-run shot to wrap it up off of Mike Jackson. Stocker's 5th homer Devil Rays win 6-5.
Martinez grounds over to third. Shane Andrews, he'll wing it across, get the out at first. Now watch Ryan McGuire coming back to third. The silly play. Gets past the catcher, Chris Widger. Kelly heading home or not. Yeah, he is. Robert Perez gunning him. Didn't get him. He's ruled safe. We'll take another look. Kelly appears to get in there. Might have considered sliding. Devil Rays win 4-3 and 11. That play could land the Expos on the cover of Dorkmaster magazine. After a fielder's choice by Kevin Stalker, scored Randy Wynn. That tied the game. Then Miguel Cairo wins the game. And Randy Myers can't hang on to bring him in, which was actually the 9th.
Putting the winning run at third. Next batter, Miguel Cairo. And he punches one up the middle of Carlos Reyes. Bobby Smith scores the winning run. The Devil Rays have won, breaking their 11-game losing streak.
One apiece. 9th inning, tied at 1. Kevin Stalker's at second. Bobby Smith against Armando Benitez. And Smith, the single to left. Stalker coming to score. Devil Rays go on to win this thing by a count of 2-1.
The West, it was Kevin Elster at shortstop who had a storybook season. In the bottom of the ninth, it's Elster who has a storybook at bat. 2-run home run.
Against Ayala, Alicea wins. To the gap in right center, Gonzalez trots home. Alicea 2 for 2, another wild win for the Rangers. Junior bumming.
Bottom 9. Goodbye. Busts in 45. Mr. RBI does it again. We showed you the fact that he had.
Alicea is clutch, and clutch is everything in life. The fly to left. Fernando Tatis at third. He will easily score, and the Rangers win.
Facing Ivan Rodriguez, and Pudge straight banging. Bloops on to right. Luis Alicea scores. Rusty Greer scores the winning run. Rangers get their 38 come-from-behind win of the season. Pudge is only hitting 5 at-bats. Texas wins at 7-6.
Down, Thomas goes 0 for 4. Alex Gonzalez on the bottom of the 12th.
There's a base hit back to the middle. Graybeck scores.
Who do you think he's rooting for? Graybeck scores. Jays win it in 12-5.
Canseco leading off the inning and ending the game. Takes Billy Taylor deep and gone for his 11th of the year. The Blue Jays win it 4-3 in 10 innings.
Mike Stanley, get at me, dog. Crushes the Rich DeLucia pitch to deep center, the game winner. Stanley, who changed his batting stance, he closed it up a little bit before the game, and the advice of his manager, gets his 6th homer of the year. Blue Jays win it 5-4.
Wallace at third, the winning run. Jose Canseco at the plate with 2 outs off Heathcliff Slocum. Brings in Gonzalez. The Jays win it by the final of 4-3.
And easily. Now 2 out. Shannon Stewart up with Samuel on third after another stolen base. Base hit to center. Sammy scores.
Bottom 11, 2-3-3, 2 runners on. Darryl Veras to Shannon Stewart, the single, and the game winner, Tony Fernandez, coming to score. The Blue Jays win in 11.